The thought of going in as underdogs was crazy.
That was the roughest 40 minutes I've probably ever played.
There was a lot more excitement growing around the way that we played. That was exciting for us.
Wide ball for Flula. Flula in the corner. ALMA points to the...
It came down to that kick.
This is moments as kickers we prepare for.
So Crystal Murray, the prop, puts it into touch on the full.
13.
Time off. TMO.
So in that moment, I remember there was like a stoppage of play, but then they went back to check something else, and they were checking Santor's tackle. So I went back and spoke to the girls, and I said, we're probably going to get carded here, and it's probably going to be within range.
But this is going to be a penalty for France in a very kickable position.
Santor got the yellow card, which was so unfortunate. I think the first thing we all thought was, like, we felt sorry for Santor.
ALMA points to the posts, and Caroline Jouan will step up as she has done time and time again for her team.
And I was sitting there like, this is moments as kickers we prepare for. Like, it's either obviously going to go one way or the other. Like, I've never felt so ill in my life.
So if this is successful, there will be no time for New Zealand.
And as we were talking, thinking about that, she kicked it. She kicked it so fast.
And I don't think I had ever prayed so hard.
9 times out of 10, she gets that kick. I stood there just watching her, thinking, you know, she's going to get this.
She's pushed it wide!
And I was like, caught the ball, you know, and then we held on to it.
The Blackbirds' bodies pile in. They've got 10 seconds.
I've never seen so many people and so many backs in the ruck before, and yeah, everyone was screaming, kick it out, kick it out.
Coxedge checks the time with the referee.
I'm trying to tell Kendra, the hooter's gone, I'm trying to tell Kendra to give me the ball to kick it out, but the crowd's so loud she can't hear anything.
And New Zealand are going to the World Cup final.
I've never, ever been in a game like that, ever in my life. Never. That moment was.
Yeah, it was absolute relief and shock, like, are we going to the final now? Whoa.
When I broke my hand, it wasn't until Doc said that it was broken that I just kind of broke down in my seat. I was just upset because so close to the finish line. Like, I did not prepare myself to be injured in a World Cup, let alone a semi-final.
I was gutted fully, personally, because it was, you know, the one game that you kind of want to be in.
Ruhe and I just, you know, got around her, made sure she was okay, but we knew it was a huge blow for our team. But we also knew that we had, you know, firepower. We were able to replace Liana with Charmaine. It was seamless. And Charmaine's an old head of the team. She's got a lot of experience and she knows England well.
Obviously, your one change has had their own remarkable story. How proud are you of what Charmaine's endured to now be here?
Yeah, she's been incredible because I don't think she would have ever dreamed that she would be here. You just got to really be proud of her mental toughness to be able to come back and play at this level and perform well.
I didn't even think I would get back to another level where I could play again with my injury after spinal surgery. Initially, I thought I'd never play again. And then the surgeon said he could fix me. So I was like, yeah, because I want to play at home at a World Cup. And it was like the more I rehab, the more things were going wrong. And it was like, man, am I ever going to make it? Like, I'm running out of time. So to even be in a black jersey, I remember playing in the LO series and just being on the field. And I was like, whoa, I made it back, you know? Oh, I'm getting emotional. You know, it was tough. Like, obviously I was really excited because I'd done all that work to get there in the first place, but then just felt really my for my mate because she missed out, you know, due to a broken thumb, and she deserved to be there too.
Although I was disappointed with being out of the final, yeah, the fact that it was Charm, I had looked up to her for so long, and I was so happy for Charm.
The Black Ferns now have the Rugby World Cup squarely in their sights, but can they get past a determined and dominant England side?
The reality of facing England in the World Cup final was daunting. Can't shy away from the fact that they know what they're doing. They're a good team.
This is a battle between two very different styles of rugby. England are a fantastic team. They do everything in the traditional game extremely well. But I'd rather watch a team win World Cup finals with tries going wide and using the ball. And so I would love to see the Black Ferns, who are the underdogs, take this one out.
We always wanted this final. We always wanted to come back and play England. So to be able to have that opportunity at home definitely felt like fate.
So, you know, 5-time world champions Black Ferns. England are on a 30-game winning streak. Can the Black Ferns do it?
I think it's important that we understand there could be opposite emotion this weekend. They can play an open game. They might have a crack at that, so we've got to be prepared for everything.
All the pressure is on England, and they're an antsy bunch, so you can see them getting tense and stuff. They're complaining about sharing a hotel with Canada, and it's all cloak and daggers and all of this, and I'm getting all these messages from my mates being like a bit tense, and I'm thinking, I'm feeling victory lap already, you know, because what had we won? We'd won the public. The way that people viewed women's rugby was different, and that's the win before the game's even being played.
I still think personally England are going to win. I've come to a conclusion now that they'll win by 6, but the Black Ferns certainly believe.
It's just all about heart. Whoever has the most heart, and it's about winning the most moments, I think. Yeah.
On the shoulders of giants who have gone before them, two teams of exceptional women will experience a moment in history decades in the making.
Walking out, I've never heard anything so loud in my life.
I didn't think anyone would show up for the first game, so seeing everyone turn out and knowing that the crowd was sold out, it was just like, you looked up into the crowd and you were just like, oh my gosh.
Standing there singing national anthem in front of a sold-out massive stadium. I tried holding back the tears, but then I looked to my person beside me who was Portia, and she was bawling her eyes out, and it just set me off.
We were in a final at a home World Cup against England. Those are the games, those are the moments that we train for. Yeah.
And the Black Ferns now line up for Ko Uhia Mai, their haka.
When it came to the haka, when we laid down that whittle, it brought out the best in the team. It brought everyone up, and that's where we wanted to stay, and that's how we wanted to start the game. Yeah.
Let's go.
Off the boot of Renee Holmes, the energy.
Coaches were good. We were in our own space, own heads, not getting too carried away with the pressure of the occasion. Wee bit of nerves.
New Zealand's defence hold firm. Here's Harrison Scarrett. She's got Kildunn wide, and Kildunn will strike in the opening 2.5 minutes for England. What a start for the Red Roses.
All of a sudden we're down. Our tournament, our ground and we're not doing what we said we're going to do.
Inching forward, oh, it's perfection again, Cocaine. Now, so organised and so disciplined in this area. Cocaine marching to the try line and scores.
England were on the front foot. You know, we had done all this work to try and nullify them all, and it just wasn't happening, because to be a few tries down straight off the bat, that's hard.
We knew that we had to treat our position wisely, otherwise we were going to lose.
Trying to manipulate some space for Woodman, looking to get around the outside, inside ball for Demand, and then it's just come off an England hand. All concern on the side for Woodman.
When Portia got concussed, that was a crazy moment because, you know, Portia's a weapon for us, so to see her have to go off was sad.
14.
One of the veteran players for England in his 58th Test match will be sent a red card.
They were down to 14, so imagine how they felt. Portia goes off, but Aisha comes on.
As soon as I got on the field, like, my mentality switched. If anything, that game was personal. I was in that end of the year tour when we had lost against them, so I was basically gunning for them.
And a big moment in this game, the New Zealand going for the line out. We saw how ruthless England were just minutes ago. Bit of time off.
I remember at the time I'd sort of looked at our field position and looked at the scoreboard, and then I sort of took in what this moment in the game was, and I felt a weight of pressure come onto me.
What does it do to England? They just staunch up now. They know they're 14 and go to the trenches.
And then I threw the ball into line out. It was straight, and we surprisingly got a lot of momentum really quickly, and I just remember thinking, oh, holy, like, we're going here.
England will play 60 minutes of this final with 14. New Zealand looking for burst points, and they've scored them. It's Georgia Ponsonby.
Running back to halfway after that, I was just so in the game because I'd scored a try. And
it kind of G'd us up and gave us the belief, like, yeah, like, we're still in this game.
As the game went on, we knew exactly where the opportunities were. We just needed to get the ball there and retain possession and territory. We didn't even need territory, to be honest. We just needed the ball.
Again, look at the Black Bears having a hurry under the arm now. You're never stopping Marley Packer from Ayesha Lettier, and it away and over. Crashing over, still not there. Amy Rule has got it there, and Amy Rule goes over for New Zealand. Some space for New Zealand wide here. Flula, oh, what a show, and the go from Flula. Ferns on the middle. Ferns looking for support, taking on Gildon. Back to Flula. New Zealand straight from the end of the world. New Zealand working the shot, 1-0. Somebody in the Cocaine on for a hat-trick. Yellow card for Kennedy Simon. Now New Zealand down to 14.
It was pretty cool to score 2 tries, but we couldn't afford to take our foot off the gas pedal. We had a couple of minutes left, and it all came down to that line-out. Yeah.
Harrison for Cleo. Tubic rushes up on her.
Turnover.
Oh, stolen back. And it might be, yes, the skipper, Ruahei Dement, with a huge play.
What happened for the line-out is we actually got a penalty, but we had this call in the team, and if whoever was kicking the ball out heard it, you'd tap the ball in play because someone's seen space somewhere, right? But there's like 3 points in the game, and someone called it.
And she has just got her team the rewards of the ball back, and oh, Dement's tapped. Tried to fool the England line. They're going to run them.
And then we got penalised, and so they went for a line-out, and I was thinking, you just lost the game.
If England wanted a perfect scenario with 90 seconds to play and a 3-point deficit to make up, this is it.
I was ready to jump, and I think my lifters weren't ready to lift.
Davies to Ward.
So I pulled the line out down, and there was another penalty, and I knew they'll go for another maul.
You've either got to commit to go for the ball or hold your feet
19
and prepare to stop the driving maul.
They kicked it out, and we got another line-out, defensive line-out. And Joe just looks at me straight away.
I think the eyes were piercing. So I had to tell her in some words that shouldn't be repeated, but it was basically, you better lift me. Like, that's your one job.
This may be the most extraordinary of the lot.
I did think if they go back four, we're done for, but if they go front, they're done for.
It's on New Zealand's side.
And the ball just landed in my hands.
And I was on the ground because Mother dropped me, but I will give her that.
England couldn't control it.
I could hear Gossie saying, "Don't let go, Maz, don't let go." But I couldn't breathe, and I wasn't gonna let go, but I was like, oh. And I was thinking, okay, I think this is the way I'm gonna go. In the World Cup final, I'm gonna die like this.
And in your life, have you ever seen anything like it? From the depths of despair to World Cup winners once more. New Zealand are the champions.
Even after the whistle blew, I couldn't believe it, eh? And I was just like, whoa. That's it. We won.
It was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, we just won the World Cup on a defensive line out. How crazy is that?
Eden Park absolutely erupts. The much vaunted unstoppable for 3 years. England fought back, the history makers.
New Zealand celebrations again. They are World Cup winners once more.
To win a World Cup in front of our family, home, it's indescribable, really. Being able to take Nancy away, Nancy the World Cup, and just hold on to her for another couple of years, it's pretty cool. If I reflect back and think of the journey, honestly, I couldn't have done it without the girls.
Our captains, Hay and Kennedy, were absolutely phenomenal leaders. The way they were able to bring the girls together was incredible. I've never been a part of a team that was so selfless and put each other first and put the team first and put our goal first.
The recipient of the Sport New Zealand Leadership Award is Sarah Hirini.
Coach of the Year is Wayne Smith.
New Zealand's favourite sporting moment.
It's the Black Ferns.
Team of the Year, the Black Ferns.
I 100% believe that the support that we received at the games, but also in general across the tournament, helped the team play the way that we did.
Breakthrough Player of the Year 2022, Ruby Tui.
World Rugby Coach of the Year.
Professor Wayne Smith.
Women's 15s Player of the Year, Ruhei Demant.
And I think it shows not just the hard work that was done in one season or one tournament, but a combination of decades of work done by a lot of the pioneers of women's sport and women's rugby.
Gender. It's Joe's hand.
Hey, Joe, can we see that World Cup winning hand?
That's the MVP of the
Which one is it?
Which one is it? That's the MVP of the tournament right there. You're looking at it. You gotta pay big bucks to see it.